Hello, everybody. This is Mickey Connolly from Conversant. I'm here with my colleagues, Gretchen Gagel and Kell Delaney. Today's Connection Diary is about wonder. And Gretchen and Kell, I wonder what has you say this is a relevant topic given everything that's going on in the world. So Gretchen, what say you?
Yeah, Mickey, definitely in these times of disruption, I think when we talk about wonder in the vitality imperative, one of the most important things that we talk about is helping our teams break the grips of the past. It's so challenging at times. We have a paradigm about how we do work, how the world is operating. We've definitely seen that paradigm break in the last few weeks. So I think as leaders, really, how do I enable that highly creative, out of the box thinking?
Beautiful.
Thanks, Gretchen. For me, there's a personal component too. I know a lot of us are feeling fear, discomfort, uncertainty. Every day, the news changes. What was going to happen next changes. And to me, wonder is the place we can stand, that I can stand, that gives me something to do, that helps me feel better, that makes me feel more in control. And so from a personal to a work to a family perspective, that's why I love being in wonder.
Yeah, I think that ties, Kel, into one of the key points about wonder is creating that psychological safety. And I think especially when people may in general not be feeling safe, they're feeling fearful and insecure. We may be having some amygdala hijacks going on. How do we create a culture of psychological safety where people can say, wow, I think this is a really crazy idea, but I'm going to throw it out there. And because that's how we do wonder. That's how we find those incredibly creative solutions to our business.
I think that one of the reasons it feels so relevant, certainly to me, is in talking to a lot of the leaders that we know in client organizations, people are all concerned about what's the next era going to look like as we come out of this. And the people I think are being the most creative about that question are not trying to get us to go back to the way it were. Instead, they're wondering what will be new. And I think, Kell, the freedom to wonder, like you were talking about, about that, I think it's less tension causing than how do we get it go back to the way it was? How about what's the way we're headed now? That feels to have less stress in it than to somehow try to imprison life in going backward.
Yeah, and that reminds me, one of my favorite analogies when I think about this is, there are two ways human beings focus their energy. One is problem solving, and one is wonder or creation or vision, or about where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And they're both equally valid, but they both have different times and places where they're useful. And the analogy I love is this idea of a sailboat in a port. With its anchors and all these things holding it back. And problem solving is finding the anchors, lifting them up, getting everything ready to go. Wonder is looking out and saying, oh, I can't wait to go there. I want to be there. And just putting up the sails, and you start to drag the anchors. Because if you only focus on the anchors and lifting them up, even if you theoretically finish getting all of them lifted, you're still bobbing in the same spot in the port. But if you put up the sails and you start to move, you get excited and motivated. And that energy you were speaking about, Mickey. And now you can look back and see the anchors and go, oh, that little thing is getting in my way. And you can lift it up. And there's much more energy and excitement behind that. It gives you something to do, like I said, and you're making progress to something you're excited to get to.
Yeah, it so clearly links to the purpose of the organization. If we remember why we exist, Simon Sinek, start with why, what our true purpose is, and then we can think creatively about our intent, like how are we going to serve that purpose in a different way?
I know you both have a lot of success in working with people and breaking the grip of the past, as Gretchen was talking about earlier. And for those of you who are interested, we will be doing a 30-minute version of this conversation that's interactive, that can include you and other clients from around the world. We look forward to you joining us in that, because we think wondering about wonder is particularly timely given everything that's going on right now. And in that 30 minutes, we'll learn a lot from one another, and we hope that you'll join us. So thanks for joining us today in this brief little teaser about exploring the nature of wonder. Thanks for listening.